Смешно. Что это очень смешно.
Да, блядь.
Будет, сколько у меня на стриме темный компа будет. Я просто могу...
Да, блядь. Какого хуя темная игра, нахуй?
Ну, чтоб никто не видел мою попку весь белую.
Ты охуел, что ли?
Ничего не могу сделать. Извини.
Да, ну ты охуел, блядь.
Все нормально будет.
Да, блядь. Пошел, пизда.
Бля. Ой, мама. Я думаю.
Пиздец.
Спасите, помогите.
Да, это пиздец.
Так, я надеюсь, я успею.
Да пошел ты, да. Да, блядь. Да, блядь. Да почему у меня Steam не открывается? Да какого
Так, сейчас
хуя,
сохраняем
да?
здесь.
Да, блядь.
Так, сохраняем, мне надо... Это, что нам?
Да, блядь, ну какого хуя, блядь.
Ой, я не то сделал. Извиняюсь.
Извини.
Ну нет. Так, все, теперь я добавляю это сюда, в расписание снова. Чтобы это меня люди не спрашивают. Все, успокойся, блядь, ты что там начинаешь-то? Вот так делаем. Во, отлично, супер. Так, во. Можно к вам. Да у нас так здесь много. Ну что, 10 минут. И каком ты тоже должна показать. Я не знаю, я не видел никакой информации.
Да, блядь.
Там осталось, знаете, сколько? 8 минут. Еще давайте 8 минут. Пока можете своих пацанов, там друзей позвать, чтобы у нас был как в прошлый раз 40 человек. И я в ахуе был.
Мечтай, блядь, обострись, да.
Блин, ну хотя 10 человек бы хотелось бы здесь быть. Уже 4 смотрят. Во, другое дело. Давайте, больше, пацаны, больше. Я вам скажу это.
Вот он, да?
Блин, мне еще теги надо добавить. Ай, блин. Они звук прибавили. Так, ребята, сейчас. Окей. Куда? Чего? Чё не понял? Что ты там написал? А, удачи ты, может, имел в виду? А, спасибо заранее. Так, нам надо, сколько там осталось? 6 минут я, может, успею добавить. Мне надо добавить теги. Люди побольше пришли. Так. прочитать не можешь, короче, вот. А что ты написал? Окей, Уда между стримов.
Ой, ебать.
Ты же это... написал.
Знаешь что?
Что такое случилось? Давай, говорю, что случилось?
Короче, Илья стримит персона 5.
Ты чё, угорал? Извините, там персона просто. Еще немножко. Ёбаный ворот. Я не смогу к нему зайти. Я хочу, но прости, братан. Я откажусь.
Там будет стримить как минимум еще
Он
пару
кончил,
часов.
братан. Тут персона, понимаешь? Нам обещали выход персоны, ну как минимум говорили. Слухи идут, что персона выйдет на ПК, там третий или четвертый, неважно. И я как узнал это, я ебать просто в огне был. Прям такой. Что? Вот такая у меня реакция была. Потому что мы очень сильно любим с матерью эту игру, и эту серию. Просто обожаю. Прям. Прям. Я сейчас засрать захочу, но мне похуй. Сейчас надо мне теги добавить побыстрее. Тут и Сега покажет, тут и мафию должны показать, которую я не так сильно жду, но все равно жду. Так, чуть попозже прочитаю. Давайте я быстро сделаю, что мне надо. Тут игрушку от Сеги должны показать стратегию на прошлой E3, которого была. Потом симулятор Доктора, вторая часть, которая в Epic Store выйдет. Эксклюзив Epic Store, потом новый игру от создателей, блять. Life is Strange тоже, кто в Epic Store выйдет. Torchlight 3, блять. Everspace, кто мы смотрели вчера. Его еще раз показывать будут. Юкормана. Конфа должна идти где-то в районе 2 часов. После чего мы еще встречаемся на новой конфе. Уже последний в этом дне. Боже мой. Вот он, мой любимый атлас. Сука. Лучший день году сегодня будет, наверное, в этом, если так случится. 34. Насать, нормально. Главное, что, блять. Вот так тоже мы еще въебем. Так, еще немножко там осталось. У меня я успеваю как раз. Представляете, я успеваю, люди. Юкова мане. Так. Офигеть, у меня здесь тегов вот. Почти на 50% заполнил. А на последние 2 у меня тут месяц. Ой, игрушка от тебе ТТ мы должны показать эту, потом увидишь уже. Ну, как говорится. Эй, блин, не хватает. Жаль, что сразу после парадокса все начинается. Давайте Сега добавим. Потому что Сега тоже будет тут. И все, заебись, сохраняем. И идем на PC Gaming Show. На которого у меня уже подлагало. Так, ладно, все, давайте врубаем демку. Еще посмотрите раз расписание, все, врубаем демонстрацию сюда. Поднамет остался.
Бачим тут мыло,
Да.
пиздец.
Это специально они, похоже, так сделали. Так, все. Теперь я чат почитаю. Тут я вижу поплыву. Неплохо так все лайков набрали.
На фоне Ведьмак играет, пиздец.
Да. Да. Нормально. Что там у нас? Ой, сколько много. Фуй, я ушел, ссылку. Фуй, я ушел, ссылка ввода. В тебе донаты приходят. А ты задонатил это? Просто у меня это здесь не приходит они. Задонатил, то я могу это сделать, что пришли сегодня. Интересно, покажешь посуну 5 на пока? Я тоже очень хотел бы. Мне, мафия, добавь мне, добавь клан. Не, это дохера и дохера. На всякий случай проверь. Шет, кстати, я в печали. Я самый главный капец узнал. Фак бан.
Это кто пишет?
Евгений Лес. Твой донат. Блин, давай это. Это.
Блять, уже начинается, лоу.
Стой, я же могу, наверное, вот так сделать, да? Там, наверное, что-то придет. Не придет, там надо это. Сломался донат. Сейчас проверим. Там. Сейчас уже начнется. Ничего там, пока. Типа, здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, что такое. Я в дизморали. Дизморали, он.
Уже что-то показывает.
Босс есть. Не, ничего нет. Я не помню, куда там мои сообщения шли. Нет, донат пока не пришел. Уже что-то показывает? Ладно. Еще заглянем там. Так, вот так делаем. Какая-то игра уже. Похоже. Такой нахуй. Твиттер ебаный вылез. 55 тысяч зрителей, ну да, побольше. Вот, потому что здесь и обещали 50 игр показать разных. Обидно, если не пришел. Да нет, он, наверное, попозже придет. Он где-то через минуту должен приходить. Я потом проверю, случай. Если задонатил, спасибо, сына. Донаты давно уже не приходили, очень давно.
Блять.
Что такое? Что такое случилось?
Чё по качеству, блядь, я не могу понять.
Заебись все по качеству.
P.
Ну, все заебись.
Больше. Во. 1080 мне дайте, блядь. Во. Заебись. Че, вроде что-то показывает?
Да, первая игра. Нет, это не игра, это PC Game, это просто типа реклама.
Мышка, съебись нахуй, пожалуйста.
Что такое случилось?
Блядь, стрим завис.
Блях, хуёво.
Стрим завис, блядь.
PC Gaming Show, загрузка 13 июня.
Блядь. 5, блядь, быстрее.
Пока нет ничего, пока успелось.
Блядь.
Что такое? Блин, меня бесит, они вот эту рекламу суют, ебанус это. Мне вот это не надо, значки вот эти. Берите их нахрен отсюда.
Автоматическая, ну. Да блять!
Что случилось? Ты можешь сказать причину?
Да лагает, чё, твой грузит, пиздец. Мышка, съебись пизду, пожалуйста.
Ты уж давай это. Без всего там. One, two, three. PC Gaming Show. Презент. Вот она, мафия была только что. Ничего, ты персона не видел, блядь, ну... Ну как так-то?
Блядь!
Everspace 2. Epic battles in a total war for
Total War,
Какой,
Everspace,
Torchlight 3.
Torchlight 3.
What's coming in the next chapter of Elite?
Не знаю, что за игра.
Mafia.
Мафия.
Edition. A look at new worlds.
Они уже говорят, что за игра. Да, блядь!
MMO.
Ты что здесь делаешь, блядь? Ты что здесь делаешь, блядь?
Он ведущий, понимаешь? Он должен завтра появиться, он здесь.
And now your PC gaming show hosts.
PC Gaming
Frankie Ward.
Шоу. Пока сосет,
Меня-
пока соснул. И, дорогие друзья, темный экран. Нет, что-то есть.
Hello, Internet.
Oh, what?
Welcome to the 2020 PC Gaming Show. I am one of your hosts today, Sean Day9 Plot, and I'm delighted to have you wherever you may be tuning in, Twitch or YouTube or Twitter. Welcome to our 6th annual event where we have over 2 hours of content. 50 plus games we're going to be
Да, блядь, не
in the
лагай.
form of reveals, trailers, interviews that we've recorded in the
Блядь,
last
поставил
7
тысячу...
years.
Блядь, я точно
Before we
поставил
get into
тысячу.
that, let's take a moment to address the ongoing
Да что
situation
случилось-то
in
у тебя?
America. While we're glad to be showing you some games
Да с
today,
качеством какая-то
there are
хуйня.
many more people fighting for
Это
something
проверь потом
far,
донат на всякие.
far more
Да давай пока
important.
прямо сейчас.
The struggle against police violence and the systemic oppression of black Americans.
Автоматическое
I,
оставление.
Нет.
everyone who works on the PC gaming show each year, we know that black lives matter.
Ой, блядь.
This is not a fight that we are
Хуя.
willing to
Автоматическое оставление, не парюсь, все.
So what can we all do? There's a great many organizations
Нет.
that deserve support right now, and one of them is the NAACP Legal
Ебать,
Defense
вот это зуб
Education
заболел всё.
Fund at NAACPLDF.org. If you want to support this
Всё,
and get
пошли
some
в
great
пизду,
games in the
блядь.
process,
Да что ты бомбишь-то?
developers have joined
Да,
together
что-то с
to
качеством
stop
было.
to create
У
a
меня,
bundle
короче,
of racial justice and
блядь.
equality.
Не подгружайся.
For the bundle, and 100% of the proceeds go to the
Блядь, у меня зуб начал болеть. Ой, так, стоп, у вас весело знаем. Вижу. Сейчас я. Ёпакс, только не надо сейчас, когда у меня зуб болит. Показывать, что там персону, когда у меня зуб болит. Это что за хуйня такая?
Да, они пока пиздеть будут.
But this wouldn't be a PC gaming show without my dear friend and co-host Frankie Ward joining us from the other side of the internet.
Понимаешь, у меня сейчас болит зуб.
Why don't you say hello?
Hello, Sean, and hello to everyone watching around the world. We're really excited to be with you again. And Sean, I've prepared a veritable smorgasbord of PC gaming interviews, trailers, and
Сука.
announcements.
У меня сейчас болит зуб, а сейчас будут показывать, например, персону.
Ever presented.
Мне еще мамке начал позвонить. Мам, персона, блядь, и чё, у него зуб болит? Заебись, сынок. Вот какая реакция, да?
Thanks, Frankie.
У меня
And
просто
I
на
gotta
работе,
say,
и
your apartment looks quite a bit
он
more
не
like
может
a
пока смотреть
museum
работу.
behind us.
А я должен
Maybe
позвонить
sort of
ей.
sprung for better lighting. Either way, it's time for the PC
А в
gaming
такое время
show.
работает,
And as I
пиздец.
said earlier,
Ага,
50
она в
plus
ночь
games.
сегодня.
We've been talking to the developers, interviewing them for weeks now, and though it looks kind of empty here, I'm not alone. My beautiful
Блядь,
assistant,
не болей,
good
пожалуйста.
buddy
Пожалуйста,
Devbot.
не болей.
You may have seen him making his way over here. He is awaiting us, so let's go join him and get the show started. All right, DevBot, what do we have for this year's PC gaming show?
I've downloaded 50 game trailers and 10 interviews, Sean, along with a full report of the most secret gaming layer friendly dogs, per your request. Australian Shepherds rank 4th among all dog breeds.
Oh, well, excellent. Well, what should we play first then?
Scanning. Processing. My readings indicate that the audience would like to see Vikings.
Well, that sounds great. Then let's kick it off with Valheim, a Viking survival game where you'll fight monsters, craft weapons, build and sail ships on an open ocean, all while exploring a procedurally generated landscape. Show me the game, DevBot.
Now loading Valheim.
World Exclusive, бля.
Сделать так, чтобы донат высвечивался. Не, понимаешь? такая хрень, что донат не пришел. Он должен высвечиваться, но он просто не пришел. Во-первых, у меня сейчас экран, я не хочу, чтобы у вас сейчас на экране донаты были. Не шанс того, то есть представь, что-то показывать будет написать текстом, а тут донат. Ну неудобно.
Valheim. Singapore beta.
The next game has been in the works for quite a while and is just about to come out. I've been following it the whole time, and if a game that features farming, creature collection, dance battles, and bears wearing pants sounds like your cup of tea, then it's time to put the kettle on and enjoy some ooblets.
Воды ни хрена не осталось. Какая-то готика мыли. Возможно, не знаю. Я готику играл, прикольно серия была, но потом она закрылась, сейчас THQ ее восстанавливает, делает ремейк. В ремейк, конечно, крутой, графика обалденная, но у меня ПК не лагает. Давайте булочку съедим, у меня есть булка просто на это. Очень вкусно, отважная, но она быстро плесень не попадает. Поэтому давайте съедим. Ну, если я буду думать о персоне, то зуб болеть не будет. В Apex твоя и в Xbox One.
Xbox One.
На, я тоже иду.
Well, great. What do you got, DevBot?
The game is Torchlight 3, a cherished action RPG franchise that features a number of original playable classes.
DevBot, you wouldn't have chosen this game because in Torchlight 3 you can play as a steam-powered robot, would you?
My game selections are entirely objective and determined by an algorithm that shows the audience only what it wants to see.
Show me the algorithm, DevBot.
The algorithm is proprietary.
Okay, well, let's play the Torchlight 3 trailer, and when we're done, I want to talk to one of the Torchlight 3 devs.
Да, это трейлер, это заранее водка, вот. О, наконец-то. Круто. Понимаешь, братан, E3 полностью отменили и показывают конференции. Это Torchlight 3, похоже.
Да, тоже. Они только что сказали, что...
Да я это воды наливал. У меня сегодня нет ни чая, ничего, просто вода обычно. Это... E3 отменили за коронавируса, и они проводят в онлайне. То есть записывали конфу и сразу его выкладывают. Якобы что стрим. Вот. Ну, 75 тысяч человек смотрят. И мы с тобой там. И спрашивал, 3 человека добавляем в это все. Это все люди. Ну, насрать мне на это Torchlight 3.
А ты уверен, что спешл вообще тут?
А где он?
You got it, Sean.
Joining me today to talk about
Я не знаю.
Torchlight 3 is Max Shade.
Наруто, One Piece, Dragon Ball.
Чё?
Это, ты смотришь там?
Алло.
Ты писику смотришь?
Да, я не слышу, слушай.
Алло.
Я все это время просто не слышу.
Да ну нахрен. Это, ты писю смотришь там? Ты писю смотришь? А.
Пока ничего не интересного.
Видел, как надо его обращаться? Наруто, Dragon Ball, One Piece, и сразу отвлекается.
Тут был прикольный робот, типа. Шутка там была прикольная, то, что, типа, если бы роботы работали на паровом двигателе, что такое. Ты бы здесь сейчас находился? Что такое?
But we've expanded and let players make their own mark in the world itself. Like you get a customized fort that you can decorate, that you can build things in. You can do things that benefit your whole account, and you can put things in there that are useful to other players. And other players will see your fort randomly out in the world.
I want to ask a little bit about the classes, because if you're an action RPG player, you may recognize something like a knight or a mage. But in Torchlight 3, we got the steam-powered robots. We have
Ну, Torchlight 3, блин, не знаю. Я что-то попал поиграть в эту игру, когда бы это было, мне чуть не особо хотелось. Я смешанное чувство оставить с тобой.
But at the same time, we wanted you to be able to look at them and get a kind of an intuitive sense of what they do. And so we've applied that here. We've got some really fun characters, like you said, the fully robotic, steam-powered robot, and a guy that summons trains. But we've also got some other cool classes too: a sharpshooter and a dusk mage. And honestly, they all have new twists, and they're all pretty fun to play.
In terms of the game world itself, how specifically do the forts get integrated? Like, what does it mean to stumble across someone else's fort as you're going through the world?
Well, between our gameplay,
Там снизу сообщение из чата.
There will often be a waypoint, but there will also be
Да, видишь, там снизу сообщение всплывает.
some random person from the world's fort, and they will in turn see occasionally randomly your own.
А там вот Вито появляется какой-то.
Но это сообщение с разных платформ.
А, круто. А если я напишу им, когда персона, они мне ответят? Я хочу написать им, когда персона будут, козлы ебаные.
Based entertainment can we expect?
We have expanded upon the pet system. It does all the things you want. It fights alongside you. It goes and takes your items back to town to sell. But we've introduced kind of a collection mechanic. So you can find pets out in the wild by defeating bosses and make a whole stable of pets that you, of course, keep in your fort.
Now, Max, I know that the Torchlight series has an enormous fan base. For those who are looking to get their hands on Torchlight 3, where can they go and when can they play it?
Well, I'm very, very happy to announce that we are available on Steam right now in early access for $29.99. Go check it out. It's available right this minute.
Она уже доступна в Steam.
Какая? Torchlight 3?
Available now.
Once again, go to Steam right now to get your hands on the early access version of Torchlight.
А, ранняя
We're just
версия.
getting started here on the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at what's coming up next.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show. Coming up later, an exclusive look at the next game from DayZ creator Dean Hall, Blanco's Block Party, the first reveal of Sound Mind, and more. Back to you, Sean. Back to you, Sean.
Well, hey everyone, I hope you're having a great time. I know I am, and I know you want to tell me how much fun you're having, but don't shout. The walls are very thick in here. I can see you though if you use the PC Gaming Show hashtag on Twitter or Facebook or the PC Gamer forums or a Ouija board or a Messenger Falcon, whatever is your desired form of communication. I'm sure you've been seeing many of those comments show up live in the show today. And we want your hottest 280 character take that our merry moderators might just select to be on the show. For our next segment, it's time to head on over to Frankie Ward.
Elite Dangerous, the space simulation MMO from Frontier, has continued to evolve over the past 5 years. Set in a one-to-one recreation of our actual Milky Way galaxy, players forge their own path, build and break alliances, trade, fight, and earn the rank of Elite. Join us as we journey into the next era of Elite Dangerous set to take a giant leap once more.
О, этот. Какой? Everspace 2. По-моему, нам вчера показывали. Альфа.
При
Фото.
альфа
Да.
на движке игры. Коса на движке игры.
Кажется, мафия 50 будет. Да, нас стараться слушать. Тем более там, скорее всего, триллер будет. Геймплей, говорю, скорее всего, как я думаю, в понедельник. То есть, смотрите, ради триллера, ну... Ой, блин. Я не то хотел. Ёлка, мене. Планул я. Ладно. Там болтания будет, я это исправлю. Случайно, блин, сделал. Не ту кнопку нажал.
Нет, не то.
А, не,
Odyssey.
Odyssey. Блин.
Или Dangerous.
Блин, на Everspace был похож. Steam, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. В 21 году. Сейчас я быстро это исправлю. Так, коронавирус, по-моему, не пришел. Сейчас, секундочку. Там 1 минуточку. Они болтают, там ничего интересного. Мне, короче, есть... Блин, а я не помню, как это делать.
So I think the best way of explaining what Elite Dangerous is to understand how big it is. We have created a title that's the most complete, authentic space simulation of any game out there, and it's just vast. It's the whole galaxy. You can explore it. You can take your own path. You can be a pilot, a trader, a bounty hunter.
Так, надеюсь, все нормально, вот, да? Так, все, возвращаемся теперь.
It's that sort of freedom and the ability for people to tell their own story that I think makes Elite what it actually is.
Now, in all the streams that I've been following for Elite Dangerous, there's a lot.
У нас, кстати, еще будет одна конфа, если что, не забывайте. 23:30 начинается, да.
In this trailer, though, we saw feet on the ground, which immediately makes me ask, what is it that we should expect? What should we glean from the trailer?
Oh, I think you've hit the nail on the head. Ultimately, the big new feature that we're looking to release here is the fact that you can now, for the very first time, set foot on our planets.
Какая странная игра, типа, показали чуть-чуть и все. Ну да, графика красивая, все, и на этом все, что ли? Ну как такое себе. Занятие не очень хорошее. На улице 19 градусов.
Access a whole pile of new planets, all ones with tenuous atmospheres, and obviously you're going to be able to play this in multiplayer, so you'll be able to join up with your friends. You can experience the game from the ship, from an SRV, and finally from on foot.
In what way will this ground walking on the planet component transform the existing aspects of Elite Dangerous?
I think it gives people a new set of experiences to have. We link all the way from ground to the buggies, the SRVs, all the way up to the spaceships, so that it becomes a holistic event. The design actually encapsulates the whole experience.
In terms of some of the other systems that are on the planets, or various resources or points of interest, what are some of those that might tie back to some of the gameplay that someone would be familiar with?
So we have new planets that you can visit. You can visit old planets, and we have refreshed.
Понятно, это игрушка Odyssey, что-то.
And be the first to actually make footfall on a new planet.
Now, Piers, I have a combo question for you. Elite Dangerous is available right now. Where can players go to play Elite Dangerous, and when can they expect?
Они такая же трейлер мусолить будут. Ну, понимаешь, надо рассказать об игре. Вот посмотрели, ничего не понятно, и они говорят об игре. Потому что должен увидеть суть игры. Показывать один трейлер без пиздеша, это не очень интересно. Потому что это посмотрит, о, круто или фигово, и все. Здесь пизделка не идет очень долго. Есть момент, когда они могут пиздеть в 30 минут, а трейлер уйти в 30 секунд. Опять этот, блять, мудила вернулся. Шат, убери его отсюда с экрана. Магия волшебная. Вот, спасибо. Атос! Атос! Персона 4.
Голден.
Ну наконец-то, блядь. В стиме, да. Все нахуй, деньги мне нужны, покупать буду. Все, поняли? Сосите все, сосите. Вот хуи ваши, блядь. Мафии, блядь, Sony, Microsoft. Вот нахуй, что мне надо, блядь. А ты, батя, тоже нахуй, бухай, пей. Иди ты нахуй, чмо ебаное. Уже доступно в стиме, блядь.
Уже доступно.
Я же говорил, что у нас, сука, сразу доступно будет. Я же не Englishman. Был бы перевод хотя бы. Ну кто, ты, ну подумай, как тебе будут переводить, если все это в США происходит? И 4-е сойдет. Да хуй с ней! Персона! Все нахуй. Можно на этом стрим закончить. Понятно, блять? Вот я вот здесь палец тебе показываю. Вот вам все, вот вам козы ебаные. Учитесь нахуй делать трейлеры. 30 секунд трейлер, столько эмоций вызвал. Зуб нахуй прошел автоматом. Ты что смеешься? А, над этим чубриком, что ли?
Да.
А может еще покажут персону там? Было бы классно. В любом случае, я пойду покупать, наверное. Сколько стоит? Так, а может я посмотрю по-быстрому? Сильно. Я хочу посмотреть, сколько стоит. Хочу быстро. Это чубрика японский. Неплохо. Ага. Вот премьер, вот эксклюзив. Так, ребята, возвращаемся. Это потом посмотрю я насчет персоны. Так, все, стрелил. Ой, блядь, у меня сейчас прям мурашки, я уже хочу поиграть. Я пойду этой матери позвоню, скажу это. В 21 году выходит какой-то хоррор, да?
Знаешь, у меня даже... Успокойся.
Сейчас, подожди, сейчас, секундочку. Мам, персона на ПК, завтра, работает, если что. Сейчас, подожди. Еще раз. Извините, пожалуйста. Просто эмоции столько. Так, все, я вроде нормально. Что ты хотел сказать?
Да, говорю, успокойся ты. Ты сейчас тут на месте нахер сдохнешь от экстаза.
Я хочу купить здесь прям. Пока не пиздят. Да, сразу вышло. Ну, сколько она стоит? 1200 рублей всего нахуй. И вот она.
Да тихо ты! Успокойся.
О, видишь? Все, мне нужно срочно купить. Даже достижения есть, коллекционные карточки. Бля. Это, блядь, это хуйня. Будь здоров, спасибо. 1200 рублей всего лишь. Я как-нибудь его куплю, но не, может завтра посмотрим. В любом случае это. Если меня не будет несколько дней, ребятки, значит я в персону играю. Все, здесь без вариантов. Там если стримов не будет. Может неделю даже, не знаю. Может и 5-ю персону пока покажут, не знаю. Уже хорошо, уже мне хорошо. У меня, понимаешь, мне сейчас зуб болел, я такой мучился. Хуяксу сразу прошел автоматом.
И потом опять будет болеть.
Не, он не болит, он ему хорошо. Ты хули спишь, мудак, нахуй, блядь. Воля. Персона 5 нахуй нужна теперь. Понял? Скотина. Вы там простите, просто эмоции серии очень прям хорошие. Что это за самолетики? Я не это хотел, нахуй. Нахуй мне эти самолетики нужны? Я сам могу вон самолет спиздить и улететь нахуй в Китай.
А ты мне шанти, получается, не купишь, чё, да?
Шанти твоя нахуй в отпуске, пока тут персона вышла, блядь. Какая шанти, блядь, тут? Нахуй это, мне надо что-то продавать, деньги нужны.
500 рублей давай!
Да отъебись ты пока со своей 500-ки. Тут персона, нахуй, надо игры продавать, нахуй. Понимаешь? Игры продавать, нахуй. Покупать игры у меня, нахуй. Мне нужны деньги, нахуй. Я хочу игру купить. И матери купил, если что там надо ей. И на Steam аккаунте мало играл. Типа 1200 рублей всего лишь.
It's Dwarfheim, a cooperative RTS, where up to 3 players can split up the work of building, mining, and fighting, working together to build defenses,
Дальше они не по хронологии начали, было прикольно по хронологии выпускать. Ну ладно, нормально тоже.
Пизду твою персону, блядь.
Это тебе в пизду твои шанти, нахуй. Марафон, все такое. Ну марафон ты нахуй, а у меня здесь будут персоны, нахуй.
Которую ты не пройдешь, блядь, поиграешь 3 часика и добьешь, да?
Не, я буду долго играть.
Да,
Не.
не пройдешь, не пройдешь.
Пройду. Только это будет очень, очень долго. Игра слишком долгая. Знаешь, какая проблема есть? А чем есть Persona 4 делать? Она у меня на диске есть. Ну, просто так в коллекции лежит. Там мануал просто толстущий. Рассказывать про персонажей.
У тебя не голден.
Нет.
Есть же обычная персона 4.
У меня обычный, у меня не голден. Не, просто...
Голден, сука, в стиме, блин.
Ну вот, я знаю. Бета-версия 19 июня. В Дискорде у них есть. Ебать, у них у нас не было. Да в любом случае это... Похуй. Вот эксклюзив. Мне просто сейчас это, понимаешь, сейчас надо купить это, и я уйду на пару дней в беспокойстве. О, нихуя себе, это Doom.
Пейнкиллер, блядь. А, это та игра.
О, да ладно. Да. Ну я здесь как-то побольше геймплея, что ли. RTX поддерживает, нихуя.
RTX, блядь.
Да, RTX. Там был RTX. А, нет, да это другая игра. Слушай, смотри, другая. Новые левелы. Это не та игра. Моды какие-то там. Что ли? Бля, тоже какая-то игра. Кстати, что-то еще тут. А это что, типа коопной стрелки? Что это такое, еще непонятно. 16 чеков кого-то.
Ультраки.
Вот она, ультраки, вот она. Вот это я хочу погать. Ну что такое, я не понимаю, вот примеру, типа сразу несколько шутов сразу, что ли, вот. Ну. Что за хрень? Вообще ничего не понятно. Четвертый персон потеряет там мой ноутбук. Я охуеть смотрю. Ты похуй, блядь. Ты в этой игре знаешь, сколько она долго будет? Ты мне изъебешься играть. Как я изначально. А потом привыкнешь. Мама-то сказал, и у него это, типа, звук вот такой.
Couldn't afford to do a cinematic trailer if we wanted to, right? So yeah, Dusk, now with mods, check them out at duskmods.com. There's all kinds of crazy DLSS 2.0 is coming, maximum action, new levels are coming, new features, new guns. Unfortunate Spaceman is now...
Что ты тоже покупай персону, нахуй. Ты покупай ты нахуй персону ебаную, что-то я стал, нахуй.
Faith, of course, if you don't know about Faith,
Чат, покупай персону быстрее, нахуй. Сегодня, завтра, послезавтра, на следующих лет 5. Быстрей. Будем нахуй вместе походить, играть, делиться комментариями. Сколько у нас гривнок стоит? Посмотри быстрее. Я не могу уже дать.
Блять. Ты мне эту сумму задонатишь, что я куплю.
Да сколько там надо? 1200, да найдем. Я из банка ограблю, если что там. На тебя потом, если что там проблем будет. Все нормально будет, мы что-нибудь... Да нет, все нормально будет, я уже так делал. Кому когда надо было деньги срочно. Спиздил. Ну, правда, потом пацаны закрыли. Потом пацаны закрыли, нахуй. Ядельники, нахуй. Я пиратку скачу. Не, я хочу лицензию. Там, понимаете, там коллекционные карточки есть. Это самое главное, за то, что я люблю лицензии. Поиграл. Жи карточки, нахуй. Ладно, давайте немножко забудем, а то я так весь стрим буду говорить одно и то же, а все говно. Ну реально все говно, нахуй. Мне нужно то, что я хотел, и я получил. Но это ничего не все. Сега обещал тоже что-то показать. То есть... О, Сега, вот как вас Сега сказал. А что, какой-то получили на пока? А чё такое, подожди, я не знаю. Че, понимаешь что-нибудь? Думаю, ласификатор появится в 4-й. Это фанаты должны делать, это очень долго делать, понимаешь? HUMANKIND, я знаю эту игру. Я знаю эту игру, это стратежка такая, ее в прошлом году показывали. Дата выхода, пидора. Я понимаю, что как хрень, то, что бысик может появиться, но очень скоро, игра слишком длинная. Для 5-й хотели сделать, но они устали переводить. Каждый диалог, каждую реплику. Долго. Но я как говорил, если вы будете играть, не знаю, как в другие части там, мне вот именно больше 5-я понравилась и все. Вот 5-я прям вот, это вот золото реально. В этой игре будете жить. Чё, доступно уже?
Нет.
2020, ой, 21. А чё, Сега? Что-то, наверное, еще лучше должно быть, да?
You need to go to opendev.gamestogether.com so you can be one of the very first humans to get your hands on Humankind. Amplitude Studios upcoming.
Пойду нахуй всем отошлю, что вы пидоры ебаные.
Now for something a little different. Why don't you join me in my chambers? Come on. Come on.
Вы, блядь, пидорасы, ебаные, вы видите, что
Of all the subcultures and communities that make up PC gaming, modders have arguably had the biggest impact. My next guest is Dean Hall, a designer who started out as a modder and eventually helped lay the foundation for two of the most popular genres on PC, survival and battle royale. Let's take a look at the next game from Rocketworks revealed here on the PC Gaming Show. It's Icarus.
Вот эксклюзив, да? А что еще такое? Чё? Какой-то это там. Чё?
Joining me to talk about Icarus is Dean Hall. Dean, thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome, it's great to be here.
So, Dean, you're making another survival-focused game. What makes Icarus different from other survival titles?
Well, I think if you think about your first hour in DayZ, your first hour in Minecraft, really what we're trying to do is capture that and then basically build a game where you can do that over a long period of time and you can progress through the survival experience. So it was really getting back to the roots of what a survival game is and what makes those moments that you get in them really intense and emotional.
If you can just walk me through like the basic loop. If I just open up the game, do I start out on the ship itself?
If you think about the orbital station as your apartment in GTA, you can invite your friends in and prepare for what we call a drop. And then you select a prospect. And the big challenge of the game, and the way to fail it, I guess, is to run out of time on the drop.
Let's say I'm on a 30-minute mission. I have a particular resource I've set out to snatch up. How does the gameplay of that 30-minute period differ from other survival games?
I suppose there were three key things that I felt needed to be addressed before I made another survival game. The first was the ability to scale. By breaking your experience over months and years into sessions, that allowed us to address scale. So you still can do all the things that you do in a normal survival game, building bridges, roads, all those kinds of things. But you're doing it with a medium-term focus. The second was pacing and clear direction, which is helped very much by the structure that we're putting around the session. And the last one is really focusing in on those core survival mechanics, which I really feel is the whole reason that survival as a genre connects so emotionally with players.
I guess I was a little surprised to hear that there are 20-minute drops as well as multi-day drops. What are the sort of time ranges we're looking at? Are there different like categories and tiers of drop length?
Yeah, so it really depends on your level as you progress through the game. So early on, we're really just introducing you to more safe environments. So say a daytime drop that only lasts 20 minutes. You're only going to be facing the game during the day. As you progress on, you can take on and get access to prospects that have much longer drop windows, but that means you're getting a cycle of day-night. And night, particularly for most of our biomes, is definitely the most dangerous.
I want to ask a little bit about what failure means in Icarus. I mean, in the trailer there was someone that fell down and you just ominously talked about the dangers of being left behind on the planet. What happens if you don't make it back to the ship in time, die on the planet? What happens?
If you think about DayZ, when you get shot, it's a very binary event that happens and there's nothing you can do, it's just over. And there's a certain charm to that.
Everything's gone.
Yeah, there's a certain charm to that. But I think if we look about...
A charm. I like your use of the word charm there, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, like, there definitely is. But I think with Icarus, we've chosen one failure state. If you run out of time on your drop, that character and all its equipment is gone.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make that terrifying. And that's why our tagline is, there are worse fates than death. So it's getting left behind. If you miss your rendezvous window with the orbital station, then that's it. Everything that you've deployed on there, your character and all that progression of that character and all that equipment is just gone. And that's our one failure state. If you run out of oxygen, someone can come and revive you. If you get attacked by this particular animal and damaged, someone can heal you. But if you run out of time, it's over.
I'm curious, I mean, there's so many elements. There's so much ambition. I know there's a lot of PC gamers that maybe feel like you abandoned DayZ, other projects. What do you have to reassure those people that you're committed to Icarus?
Yeah.
Well, I think a big thing for me is Bohemia was an existing company and I definitely felt like I was pulling them in a direction that was hard for them to go. And they probably felt like they were pulling me in a direction that I didn't want to go. And it's really been a bit of a struggle for me to develop and not only the studio, but myself as well. There was a whole bunch of things I had to learn. I had to learn many of those things through failure. The solution there was to make sure it wasn't just a Dean Hall game, but it was a game built by incredibly skilled people. And we managed to assemble, I think, definitely one of the best teams I've ever worked with exceptional concept team through to a technical and production team as well.
Well, I know there's a ton of people that are interested in my very next question, my favorite question. When can people get the opportunity to play Icarus?
That is a good question. So we're looking at sometime next year. Our development is very advanced at this point. Our biggest question really is content. So, you know, we're making the game free to play because we wanted to maximize the number of people that play it. And we're acutely aware a number of our former staff are ex-grinding the games who made part of Exile, very talented in the free-to-play area. So we're very cognizant of how much content we need to provide gamers. So at the moment, we're really sort of heading into that.
Well, Dean, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Awesome.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Once again, that was Dean Hall from Rocket Works' upcoming survival game Icarus. For our next game, let's head to Frankie.
When you're an evil supervillain, it's important to have your own sense of style. What? Evil cat psychics are so 2019. Evil Genius 2 asks players the question, how would you design a supervillain fortress? Would you build a pool filled with laser sharks, or would you just give all the home appliances RGB lighting? Here's the world-exclusive first gameplay footage of Evil Genius 2, World Domination.
Evil. Hello. Hello.
We are about to see the first official gameplay footage for Godfall on PC. Counterplay Games is going to give us a guided tour of the battle for Aperion. And keen observers will notice that this is running in Unreal Engine 5. That's why those shiny sets of armor look oh so gorgeous. You can go on over to the Epic Games Store and wishlist it now, or get more information on Godfall before it releases this holiday season. But for now, let's take a look.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Please enjoy. Godfall is still in development, so some things will change and improve in the final product, including visuals and performance. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into unstoppable masters of melee combat. As you adventure through the realms, you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history. Now let's talk about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a whole new genre, the looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment, mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. What you're looking at now is a mid-boss fight, a tougher challenge which we'll have to leave for another day. Please check out the Godfall channels on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you so much for taking a look at Godfall, and we'll be showing you more soon.
Now next up, when PC gamers think of iconic first-person shooters, they think of games like Doom, Quake, and Duke Nukem. Our next trailer shows a project that celebrates the proud heritage of sci-fi FPSs while taking advantage of some very modern visual effects, like glorious enemy dismemberment. From Bounding Box Software and Humble Publishing, this is Proteus.
Алло.
Алло.
А где Димон?
Не знаю, батя вроде к нему пришел.
Понятненько.
Прикинь, персона вышла на ПК.
Ну так она вышла на ПК, да. Тут Димон орал, как сучка. Всех чуть ли не нахуй послал. Меня теперь ее заставляют купить, блядь.
1200 рублей, офигеть.
Я такой, 1000 рублей мне найдешь, блядь, куплю. Он такой, ну окей, я банк граблю. Правда, потом ты в тюрьме сидеть будешь, ну похуй.
Да, на русском жалко. Она полностью на английском.
Да похуй.
А почему не только 4-ю выпустили?
Потому что, блядь.
I love the look of that last one. Fate Tactics is set to scratch that isometric combat itch that I know a lot of us have been feeling ever since we played Final Fantasy Tactics back in the 90s. All right, but we're not done with Humble Games yet.
Блять, я тут
Their
очень
lineup, as it turns out, isn't all that humble.
много чего
So we're gonna take a
пропустил,
look at two
потому что у
great
меня
games from them.
с наушниками
Wingman,
проблемы
a
были.
jet fighter game featuring RPG elements and VR support. And rounding things out is Carto from Sunhead Games, a gorgeous top-down puzzler. Let's take a look.
Надо маме позвонить, что-то его нету. Сейчас, секунду. Приду.
Hey Devbot, have you ever wondered what Gordon Freeman's voicemail message sounds like?
Sean, that is an intriguing inquiry. However, something is wrong. I'm receiving an external transmission.
Why does this keep happening, Devbot? What's with the security? Have you upgraded to Service Pack 2 yet?
The transmission is coming from a powerful space satellite.
Greetings, PC Gaming Show. It is I, your supreme leader, Kane. I am commandeering this broadcast to deliver an important mission briefing. You must capture the GDI base marked at these coordinates. This is a strategically significant I'm just kidding, it's me, Joe Coogan! And I can take over this broadcast because I do what I want. Look, you know Command & Conquer has been a major part of your life. It's certainly been a big part of mine. The Command & Conquer Remastered Collection recently launched for PC, and it is an awesome way to relive this classic game with a bunch of new bells and whistles. I mean, who doesn't like 4K graphics, quick matches in multiplayer, or modding, am I right? I personally want to send a big shout out to all you PC gamers who have kept the legacy of Kane alive over these last 25 years. I mean, I live in death, I guess. Thanks for letting me interrupt, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. For the glory of Nod!
Tell me, PC gamers, do you have any rare action figures? Perhaps you're one of the lucky owners of an out-of-print collectible, something you'd never trade away in a million years. Our next game is a celebration of toys and art. On its surface, a game about collecting, customizing, and trading, but it's also a highly social playground for creativity, one where you can make your own levels and gather with your friends to hang out, play mini-games, and create together. This is Blanco's Block Party.
Legend tells of a place where everyone comes together to play and dance and race and shoot and jump and fly with jetpacks or maybe bat wings. And there's lava and a mountain made of junk food. Where you can create your own worlds and have your own adventures where you are in charge. Where you can make your very own games with your very own rules. And all your friends can come and play. Like this one here. Yep, them too. And I don't know what that dude is, but he is cool. What? They're all toys? Come to life. And I can actually play with them and own them all. That's f***ing sweet. But you see, this place isn't a legend at all. It's a party.
Here to bring us the inside look at Blanco's Block Party is Jamie Jackson from Mythical. Jamie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
I would love if you could just address what is Blancos?
Blancos it's a game about vinyl toys kind of coming to life and where they go when a human leaves the room. But it's also more than just a game. It's a place for content creators and gamers and collectors to come together and hang out and build the worlds and games that they really want to play in. And you can have as many as your friends come and hang out with you as you want. But you could also drop the toys in. So the first toy you can play with is one called it's a shooting mechanic. We got like a unicorn rocket launcher that fires ice creams. We got like a cactus grenade launcher that fires these little cactus balls. So it's all about kind of like arcade fun shooter stuff. And you can set that up as a team shooter. You could have squads. You can do a bunch of stuff with it. You can even just have it free for all. Some other stuff we're going to be dropping is race toys. So you could just do point to point. You could build this super sweet like platformer and just go A to B. You could do laps. And then another one is, because Blancos, they all survive on good vibes.
Hello.
So another one you can do is actually just a vibe collection. And what's kind of super cool is all of those toys work with each other. So you could build a race and then you could drop some guns in it and it can be a race, but you can pick up guns on the way and try and knock each other out.
So you have these huge flexible tools, this community focus. We've also seen in games like Fortnite, these in-game events. Are these kinds of things that you think will show up in Blancos as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we felt that from the beginning of development, that Blancos wasn't just this place for players to go and build and create their own worlds, but it was a place for us to be able to share with them different content, whether that's a music concert, whether it's a movie trailer, whether it's something no one's seen yet. But absolutely, that we're definitely thinking about that kind of stuff.
Well, talk to me about the number of different designs. Like, where are these designs coming from? How many are there?
We're not talking about numbers in season 1 just yet, but we are talking about the artists. So we're really stoked we've been able to work with some of my favorites that I've been buying the vinyl toys of over the years. So John Paul Kaiser is a great artist from the UK. I ended up buying some of his toys in New York about 6 years ago, and now we get to work together and bring his toys to life in the game, which has been great fun. James Groman, who I think just kind of really epitomizes vinyl toy design, just those clean vector-based lines. And one of my personal favorites is Pete Fowler, who for me was kind of one of the grandfathers of vinyl toy design.
I know people are going to want more information. They're going to want to know when they can play Blankos, when they can see more. Where do they go for that?
If you want to keep just up to date with things, go and check out blankos.com. You can register there right now, so you can secure your account name and get ready for launch. We're going to be launching end of the year, so not too far away now, but we're also going to be starting to look for our beta at some point soon as well. So if you get registered, we might be able to get you in there.
Jamie from Mythical, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Once again, the name of the game is Blankos Block Party. Let's take a look at what's coming up next at this year's PC Gaming Show.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show, presented by PC Gamer. Stay tuned for more trailers, announcements, and footage. Coming up later, we celebrate the 20th anniversary of A Total War. What's next in Escape from Tarkov? The reveal of horror strategy game Rogue Lords. And more. Back to you, Frankie.
The PC is the birthplace of space flight action games, and our next project, Everspace 2, expands on that tradition with its gorgeous handcrafted universe. The focus here is on exploration and dogfighting, with alien species standing in the way of outfitting your ship with unique modules, weapons, and devices. And, as we're about to see in this next trailer, combat won't just take place in the cold vacuum of space, but also the atmospheres of planets themselves. Here's Everspace 2.
PC gamers, I'm sure you'll agree. If a horse shows up at your door and you don't remember ordering a horse it's probably best to keep the door shut. One of the coolest things about A Total War
Limon.
Saga Troy, the next game from Creative Assembly, is that it will enable players to experience multiple different versions of how the iconic battle went down, including several explanations for what that mythical horse actually was. I'll get the door while you watch the latest trailer.
Peggy 16.
Ну-ка.
Oh, silver-tongued Odysseus, there is only one response to Queen Helen's abduction, and that is war.
In Total War Saga Troy, you can rewrite the events of one of the greatest conflicts ever told, the Trojan War. As Odysseus besieged the legendary city of Troy in 3 ingenious and equally devastating ways, all based around prominent theories from throughout the ages as to what the iconic Trojan horse really resembled.
The walls of this city may appear to be mighty, but no defenses are impregnable.
Using gargantuan siege towers, take the fight to the walls. Slaughter the Trojans atop and force them back into their pitiful city.
The enemy are unaware of your presence. Position your troops to retain your advantage once the attack begins.
Sneak troops into the city in a vast, horse-headed vessel fit for the gods. Under the cloak of darkness, use guerrilla tactics to sabotage the unbreachable city gates, leaving the Trojan warriors defenseless, allowing the Achaean soldiers to begin razing the city to the ground.
Their walls have been breached.
Even the greatest defenses cannot stand against nature's might. In a land ravaged by earthquakes, patience is rewarded. Send your troops forward. Troy is yours for the taking. Myth meets history in a war that will define the ages. Experience the legend of Troy this summer.
Victory will make you immortal.
That was A Total War Saga Troy, which we'll get to play in 2021. And hey, speaking of sneaking in big surprises, a master of segue. This year, we've teamed up with Intel to build a legendary custom computer inspired by art, weaponry, and the artifacts found in the game, DevBot. I understand you know your way around a computer, right?
Affirmative. Sean, I have a soft spot for Bronze Age computers.
Oh, great. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit more?
Can do, Sean. Behold, PC gamers. This build is centered around Intel's CPU, the 10th gen Intel Core i9-10900K processor. This 10-core flagship CPU is built for maximum gaming performance and overclocking, especially useful in epic strategy games like A Total War Saga Troy. The build also features a top-of-the-line GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. Also on the Asus motherboard are a spacious 4 terabytes of fast storage and 128 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. The unit is powered by a platinum-certified Corsair 1200-watt power supply, and temperatures are kept at a nominal level thanks to 9 RGB fans running alongside liquid cooling. The copper tubing is not only effective at heat conduction, but, according to my readings, aesthetically pleasing. Is this what you humans call love?
PCs are more than specs. They're a passion. When we build a PC, we form a relationship with that piece of hardware. We wanted to show you every step of that process. For this build, we enlisted a master craftsman, Brian Carter, a PC modder with over a decade and a half of experience. PC Gamer and Intel have created a 4-part series following Brian as he created this epic artifact. DevBot, cue it up!
Hey, my name is Brian Carter, and I've been building custom PC mods for over 16 years. I'm working with Intel and A Total War Saga Troy on a very special custom PC project that we're thrilled to debut at the PC Gaming Show. Join me in a 4-part video series as I take you through each stage of the scratch build process. We begin with the inspiration and design phase, where we figure out how to take the amazing design assets from A Total War Saga Troy and functionalize them to house our best-in-class components. like the 10th gen Intel Core i9-10900K processor. Then I'll show you how I assemble, finish, and test this one-of-a-kind PC. A big thank you to Intel and Creative Assembly for letting me work on this incredibly fun and challenging project. I hope you like it.
Oh, it looks so good, and I have some good news. Episode 1 is available now, and I have even better news. You can win this PC from DevBot's loving clutches. Head on over to pcgamer.com/IntelPC to learn more and enter for a chance to win. And with that, it's time to return to more PC Gaming Show action with the fantastic Frankie.
Last year, Remnant from the Ashes challenged gamers to take on monstrous creatures in a post-apocalyptic world. Today, we're excited to announce the biggest update yet for the game, upcoming DLC that will conclude this thrilling saga. The fate of humankind is at stake. It's time to bring an end to the root once and for all. This is the world reveal of Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2923, available August 20th on PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
They say hope is what makes us human. Hope also let us think we'd won. But the root have another gate somewhere. Another hole we have to plug in our sinking civilization. Maybe the root's not the only thing we need to worry about.
О, шет.
Чё?
Что-то интересно показывать, да?
The new Remnant
Remnant from the
is
Ashes?
fantastic. And you know what else
Что
is
еще?
fantastic? Hearing the
Ну так...
opinions of strangers from
Так
the
это просто
internet,
DLC.
nothing makes my
Ты
day
зря.
as much as hearing what's inside your mind. So
Так
please
это
use
просто...
hashtag PC Gaming Show,
Так это
whatever
просто
your
DLC к игре.
preference may be.
Игра-то уже есть,
Just
это
might have your
DLC.
comment show up
Я просто
live on the show.
прикольно.
Now for our next title, we have to look at classic
Что-то
remasters.
они долго показывают, типа 50 игр, всего 12 показали. Или сколько там? 14, может.
Is now updating Mafia. The original Mafia trilogy
Опа!
is getting a full definitive edition
Чё?
remaster with the
Что-то про
original
Mafia
game,
3
the
уже.
2002 Mafia,
О,
getting a
Димон, там с
full
батей
ground-up
разбирается.
remake with 4K support. We got a brand new trailer for you. So let's take a look at Lost Heaven.
Lost Heaven!
Decades later.
Ёпта!
Detective Norman, how long you been in town? 3 years.
What?
They handed you the Morello case. Right out
Ну-ка.
of the gate. That's what the paper says, ain't it? And what's it to you? Case must be getting pretty cold by now. Or you got something like one.
Ремейки. Мафии. Первый ремейк.
Да, опыт.
Обе Анджело.
Ни хрена себе Слушай, а хорошо выглядит.
Да, выглядит-то хорошо. Говорят, просто там могут быть некоторые проблемы, но выглядит, да.
Thomas Angelo, sir.
Мафия Definitive Edition. Pre-order now. Мафия Trilogy.
В
Buy
августе, да,
now.
выйдет?
Xbox One PS4.
Сколько она будет весить в
Man,
августе?
DevBot, after a beautiful trailer like that, I
Гигов
gotta
под
know,
100
what
точно.
contacts in the
Ты
Mafia?
чё?
Sean, I have left that life behind.
Я уверен.
I'm programmed not to form relationships with organized crime. However, I can call one of the developers of Mafia Definitive Edition.
Well, fantastic. Let's ring him up, DevBot. Joining me to talk about Mafia is the president and CCO of Hangar 13. It is Hayden Blackman. Hayden, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So for people who haven't played the original Mafia, which is a 2002 release, talk to us about this game.
Mafia: The Definitive Edition is a
Прикольно, шутки с роботом,
remake
такие неплохие.
of Mafia from 2002, which is a seminal game that really launched the Mafia franchise. And in Mafia, you take on the role of Tommy Angelo, who is a cab driver that falls in with the mob during the 1930s, actually during the height of Prohibition, in a city called Lost Heaven, which is loosely based on Chicago. And as a member of the Salieri crime family, he really gets embroiled in a war with the Morello crime family, and we kind of explore that story and Tommy's evolution from cab driver to respected member of the Mafia.
I feel like in the last 10 years, we've seen HD editions, remasters that are more graphical updates, but my understanding is that this is far more than just a new coat of paint on a game from 2002. Talk to me about what a remake means.
Everything was
Не прям сказать, что прорывная графика, да.
Every cinematic was reshot and
Но по сравнению с оригиналом это вообще прям конфета.
For the most part, all the big plot points are there.
И выглядит лучше, чем ремастер второй части.
From the ground up in order to kind of meet the expectations of today's gamers and take advantage of today's technology.
The location in pretty much every open world game is a central character. In 2002, we have seen a ton of gameplay changes between then and now, 2020. Can you talk a little bit about some of the ways you've updated the open world setting and maybe some of the new mechanics that players can expect?
So we do that a number of different ways. You know, one, we looked at how populated can we make it, and we took some of the kind of world interactions and some of the things that we did with, crowds and non-player characters and other kind of city life from Mafia 3 and put them into Mafia the Definitive Edition. But we also looked at, are there ways for us to kind of redesign the city so it's more fun to drive around? You know, do we need to widen the streets? Do we need to make sure that there's not...
А я уже хотел уходить со стрима тупо.
So that you can kind of coast around corners, and as we capture the feel of the vehicles, are there things that we want to do to make sure that the roads have, grip?
А тут тело схема.
So that I think brought a lot of life to it as well, because most of the way that you engage with the city is through driving.
I mean, speaking of rebuilding things from the ground up, I gotta ask you about the cinematics. I mean, they looked gorgeous in the trailer. Yeah. And I mean, what was the process of rebuilding all of those cinematics?
For us, it was really, how do we recreate these? Again, taking advantage of some of the cutting edge stuff that we've been doing at Hangar 13. So, we have, really great facial scanning and likeness capture technology, a state-of-the-art mocap facility. So we really wanted to take advantage of that for, the definitive edition. So we did go in and we rewrote all the cinematics.
Они промышленные перестраивание локаций и этих сцен, концентов. Понятное дело, что это совсем другая игра. Грубо говоря, наверное, вообще и сюжет, там и то, и даже, говорят, сюжет, говорят, дополнили.
August 28th launch date, and we still, have a ways to go, and we're working on that kind of final polish push right now, but I'm really confident, really bullish in that date right now. If you want more information, you can go to mafiagame.com.
After seeing the trailer, I personally am hyped, Hayden. Thank you so much for joining us at this year's PC Gaming Show. Once again, mafiagame.com. For our next title, it's time to head on over to Frankie.
Sean, next up, it's one of those games that looks so pretty, we just had to show it to you. Ever wondered what Spire might be like with Tim Burton at the helm? Well, Road Lords could be the answer. It's being jointly developed by Cyanide and Leica Studio and sees you building a team from storybook psychos like Dracula, Bloody Mary, and Baron Samedi. Makes all the more sense when you realise you're being employed by the devil himself, a job that has my name written all over it. The game is out this October, and we've got a brand new gameplay trailer.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this exclusive gameplay reveal of the title Rogue Lords. Development is moving forward, and we are very excited to share some in-game elements and combat mechanics for the very first time. Rogue Lords is a rogue-like game where you play as the devil. You have to build your team with legends of evil and lead them in runs through multiple events and fights. After a terrible defeat years ago, you're finally coming back with your most faithful disciples to wreak havoc and terror in a world unbalanced after your long absence. The combat is turn-based and strategic. You will need to build your set of skills through your run to be prepared for any threat, analyze your enemy's next attacks, and create combos to secure victory. Every skill costs action points. You should think how to the best of them each turn. When one of your disciples becomes vulnerable, your own health bar is exposed, which is persistent during the entire run. If your health is reduced to 0, your run is finished. In Rogue Lords, you are the devil, so you don't have to play by the same rules as mortals. When the situation becomes tricky, you can use souls to play with the interface and change an enemy health bar, for example. This is an expensive trick to use, but very powerful and useful in the most difficult fights. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for more info coming soon. See you next time.
If you're a big fan of roguelites, you know they're known for two things: procedurally generated worlds and permadeath. Our next game, Unexplored 2, puts an interesting twist on these ideas. What if your character's demise changed the game world itself, altering it for all of your future playthroughs? From developer Ludomotion and publisher Big Sugar, this is Unexplored 2, The Wayfarer's Legacy.
When called upon to be the next wayfarer, will you answer? When tasked to take your place in a long line of heroes, will you waver? When challenged to forge your legacy out of strife, hardship, and magic, will you be victorious? This is our world. It is your burden. From beyond the gate into the First Valley, there is no return. Will you be ready?
The latest update for Dauntless is the most ambitious chapter yet for this online free-to-play RPG. In Call of the Void, players unravel a mystery surrounding an ancient civilization, culminating in a showdown with a new otherworldly behemoth. And as a nice little bonus, if you go to playdauntless.com right now and use the code PCGamingShow2020, you can get some free in-game rewards. Nice. Let's take a closer look at this update that's available now in Dauntless. This is Call of the Void.
There's still more games to come on the PC Gaming Show. Here's what's around the corner. Take a closer look at Blightbound, the new action RPG from Devolver. A special collection of exciting independent games coming to PC. Back to you, Frankie.
There aren't many games about being in nature, which is why Among Trees caught my eye. In this first-person survival sandbox, you get to explore a colourful, breathing world that's full to the brim with life. Just don't go wandering around like Snow White. Wild, deadly beasts share this painted world with you, and you'll want to move carefully to avoid their bitey bits. Produced by a 3-person team out of Sweden, this project demonstrates the creative power of independent creators on PC.
Алло.
Алло.
Now, if you're like me, you've drunk your fair share of potions in video games over the years. But you've probably never stopped to consider the business side of these magical elixirs. In Potionomics, you're a witch who must save her potion shop from the clutches of greedy loan sharks, bartering and haggling with a slew of demanding customers. Let's take a closer look at this unique fantasy concept.
We spend a lot of time in video games fixated on finding the best, the most powerful gear. But in our next game, Mortal Shell, things are a little different. You aren't scouring a dungeon looking for a +1 sword. You're exploring a shattered world for the remains of defeated warriors that you then possess like a ghost. These are the Mortal Shells, and they're much more than mere pieces of armor and stats. Each one has a complicated backstory, a playstyle, and an identity that might give you mixed feelings about the body you're occupying. Coming later this year exclusively to the Epic Games Store on PC, let's take a look at this gorgeous and brutal action game, Mortal Shell.
I foresaw this. Scratched sigils on the walls. Counted the days until you'd come. Eyes peering across time and space, yearning for a glimpse of the unknown.
Ой, Димон ушел. А у Димона стрим идет, кстати.
The consecrated fires revealed cinders and shadows. But beneath it all, no monsters, no gods.
Пошел.
А?
У Димона стрим идет.
Что это за игра?
Ну, Mortal Show, по-моему, там пока. Я просто со стрима ушел. Я просто со стрима ушел, блин, надоело. Блин. Спать хочу. Спать хочу, кушать хочу, пить хочу, все хочу.
But wait, there's more. We've gotten the chance to see some of the core gameplay of Mortal Shell, but now it's time to talk about bosses. Bosses are a classic staple of this type of RPG, and in our second piece of Mortal Shell footage, we'll see a boss that isn't just a one-and-done threat. Instead, it's a constant adversary throughout the campaign. The Hattern is a mysterious figure who stalks the player throughout Mortal Shell. As you grow in skill and master new weapons, so will he. The clip we're about to watch shows the player's very first duel with the elusive adversary. Let's take a look.
Ладно, давайте я пойду.
Давай.
Тоже реально. Давайте руки. Димон куда-то ушел. В общем. А все пошло по пизде. У него там. В общем, как всегда. Димона все идет через одно место. Он, в принципе, говорил то, что сегодня могут
Typically on
быть
the PC
проблемы.
gaming show, we don't spend too much time talking about the Nintendo 64. But the beauty of
Ладно, я
PC
понял.
gaming is that one way or another, almost all games find their way to us and are often better off for it. After giving Blade Runner and Turok the Remaster treatment, Night Dive Studios is now modernizing Shadow Man, a 1999 cult classic. They're adding in support for 4K and widescreen plus a whole suite of cut content from this dark action classic. Let's take a closer look. I am on a first-name basis with our next guest, as he has been here at the PC Gaming Show 6 years running. From Tripwire Interactive, the president himself, it's John Gibson. Thanks so much for joining us, John.
Sean, it's my pleasure. I'm so excited to be back with you again to talk about so much cool stuff happening at Tripwire.
Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot of stuff, and I just want to kick off by asking, talk to me about Killing Floor 2.
So Killing Floor 2 just released the Perilous Plunder Summer Update. It's got 4 new weapons: Blunderbuss, Glock 18, Kaboom Stick, Tesla Launcher, new official map called Desolation, Space Pirate themed outfits. We're running a seasonal event with rewards until July 7th. And right now, it's free on Steam for a week, so you can go play it.
I also have to ask about the follow-up to a game that was announced at the PC Gaming Show, Chivalry 2. Talk to me about Chivalry 2.
So we're working with Torn Banner Studios. We're publishing, Torn Banner's developing, and Chivalry 2 is coming along great. It's so fun, and we're excited to announce some big news: cross-play between the PC and the consoles, so you can hack and slash your console friends in Chivalry 2.
And last, a game that has been so popular on Twitch. Talk to me about Maneater.
Yeah, so we were so excited to get Maneater out the door. You know, we've shown it to you guys originally in 2018. We had all that fun with Frankie in the shark suit, which I'm kind of missing. The game is doing great. People are loving it. So much fan love, so many fan videos. We're just really happy to have it out there, and people eating lots of humans.
It's such a funny game, too. You know, you've talked a little bit about what games, what has been announced from Tripwire Interactive. What's coming up next for Tripwire?
So I wish we could come forward and announce an all-new game, and that would be great, but I can give you a few hints. So Chivalry 2, you know, is in process. It's going to be coming out in the not too distant future, hopefully. Maneater, we're taking the community feedback, and we're looking at things that we can add to the game so you haven't seen the last of Maneater. And Killing Floor 2, you know, the game came out in 2015. So we're really thinking about what's next for the Killing Floor franchise. So stay tuned.
Well, if history is any indicator, John, I'm sure I'll see you at next year's PC Gaming Show with those very updates. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Now, at this year's PC Gaming Show, we've already taken a look at some Epic Game Store exclusives. Mortal Shell in particular looks very promising. But for a sense of what else there is, let's take a look at this.
Blightbound is a 3-player dungeon crawler where you and your friends explore unique dungeons, fighting a terrifying cadre of mystical and monstrous enemies, grab valuable loot, and recover fallen heroes to expand your roster of available warriors. Blightbound will battle its way onto Steam Early Access later this year as an ever-expanding game with new maps, new heroes to add to your roster, and new loot to retrieve through free updates.
Behold, Blightbound, a cooperative dungeon crawler that tasks 3 heroes to venture down from their mountain refuge to face the abominations of the Blight, a mysterious and corrupting fog that enshrouds the land. Each player will choose a hero from one of 3 classes: warrior,
Forge Titan's might!
assassin,
Let me at him.
or mage.
My greatest power awaits.
Battle a terrifying horde of monstrous enemies and colossal bosses. Each class of hero fulfills a specific role on the team to overcome mounting odds, solve clever puzzles, and synchronize their ultimate abilities to unleash massive damage. Battle through 3 distinct lands, each with several dungeons to conquer, including the eerie Gravemine, the oppressive Underhold, and the precarious Blood Ridge. Steel your nerves and prepare once again to enter the Blight Warrior. We are Blightbound.
Are you viewers at home still thinking about that computer? I know I am. Swoon. Oh, sorry. And now more from the PC Gaming Show.
One thing we cherish about PC gaming is its openness. The PC is a platform where anyone can build stuff, tinker, and express themselves, and that spirit invites creators, streamers, developers, stores, and all kinds of different voices to contribute to PC gaming's vibrancy. We've already featured a lot of exciting independent games here today, but in rapid-fire succession, here are 8 more indie projects that we're excited about. Shadows of Doubt is a detective stealth game set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir city. In the Forgotten City, you fall into an ancient Roman utopia only to find it full of people, mysteries, and difficult moral choices. Explore an open world locked in time.
Each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. Somebody is about to end our lives. Your job is to figure out who and stop them. You already know what will happen if you fail.
Find your own truth in Paradise Killer, a first-person open-world murder mystery. Play as investigation freak Lady Love Dies as they explore the world, uncover the facts, and breathe life back into paradise.
There's been a murder. Last night, Paradise was killed. I'm investigation freak Lady Love Dies, reporting for duty. It's my job to scour the streets of Paradise and hunt for evidence. Any one of these psychopaths could have done it. Breathing life back into Paradise won't be easy. When love dies, all that remains are the facts. Paradise Killer, coming soon.
Haven is an RPG about the journey of two lovers escaped to a lost planet to stay together.
Here we go. More wrestling. Good thing we don't have to scrub.
At worst, I kill them.
Whoa, you.
Oh, come on. Dodge this one. Got it. You rock. You like that?
That's gotta hurt.
Cartel Tycoon is a narrative-driven drug empire simulator where you rule as a succession of fictional drug lords in a world where death and violence are inevitable. Trash Sailors is a survival co-op adventure game set in a dangerous, ruined world full of junk where you and friends must survive the Great Flood. Chris Tales is an indie love letter to classic RPGs that lets you experience past, present, and future simultaneously. Set in a vibrant fantasy world created in collaboration with RPG veteran Chris Avallone, Alaloth offers fast-paced action with a deep narrative, bringing ARPG dynamics to a new level with a skill-based gameplay inspired by great classics and modern masterpieces.
Weird West is a curious project from the co-creators of two of our
Еще
favorite
закон.
games,
Аутус.
Dishonored and Prey.
Удивительно.
Despite its top-down perspective, Weird West
Не
carries
буду он
forward the
удивлять,
same
конечно.
spirit of those first-person games
Ах,
laid
так
out
надо.
in a dark reimagining of the Wild West, filled with fantastical creatures. From Wolf-Eye Studios and Devolver, let's take a look at Weird West.
Уже 2 часа практически стример. Его люди же там, ну, как обещали. Много, конечно, погустил перед записью, надо посмотреть потом.
This ain't quite the Wild West as you know it. There are ancient powers at war with each other. Strange entities lurking in the dead of night with their own rules and their own peculiar motives. Welcome to the Weird West.
Devolver Digital.
Here could be the best thing that ever happened to you. If you can survive, that is.
Joining me to talk about Weird West is the president and creative director at Wolf-Eye Studios. It's Raf Colantonio. How's it going, Raf?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I am awesome and eager to talk about this game. And I want to start with something very straightforward. What is Weird West?
Weird West is an action RPG that is set in an environment that is called the Weird West. And it's very much of the kind of games that I've been working on in the past, except that the perspective is more like a isometric, top-down kind of view.
Yeah, I mean, we've referenced Prey and Dishonored, and we normally think of the immersive sim as first-person games like that. What happens when you try to translate that to that top-down isometric perspective?
There's not much different in the spirit. You will really find yourself at home. It's just that it's a different perspective. So instead of seeing through the eyes of the player, of the character, you have a chance to run a party of people. So you have followers, and you have more kind of like a strategy kind of view. But the exploration and everything is, you know, is still the same kind of spirit, but with a different perspective.
And, you know, in particular for people that maybe haven't played immersive sims, I know
Ебать,
that
они
the
еще
whole
будто
notion of
там
creative problem
вообще
solving
даже
is a big aspect.
тоже
Multiple
0:30,
ways to get
то
past
есть
the same
23:30,
obstacle. Give us some
ебать,
examples
конфаши
of
будут
that
у них.
in Weird West.
Долго.
Like games where
Я говорю, что-то они долго уже это стримят.
a context,
ты чё был? Где?
characters,
М?
or objects, and all of those objects have
Чего?
consistent
Где был?
Я, ну, с батей разговаривали. Или немножко что помнят. Я сказал, батя меня может отвлечь, я предупреждал. Надолго хуй знает. Ну все, сейчас ушел нахуй.
Ну ты пропустил мафию.
Я видел, я все видел. Я это здесь были, я мика выключил просто. Я видел там. В экран смотрел. Ну, графика охуенная, но видишь, геймплей не показали.
Что говорил, что не будет геймплея?
А?
Ты же сам говорил, что не будет геймплея.
Ну, геймплей будет только лишь в понедельник, я имею в виду. Я... Ну, в любом случае. Ну, там, кстати, еще некоторые игры прикольные были. Там не только мафия.
Больше ничего такого не было.
Сейчас еще будет одна конфа, нахуй, потом уже можно пойти спать. Ну, видишь?
Ты уже пошел спать.
А что он сказал?
Спать пошел.
Кого спать? Он еще в сети, блядь, спать он пошел. Он ушел, надо скучно. Да просто скучно стало. Не, на самом деле, я тебе так скажу, мне самому спать охота, потому что я плохо спал. Ну, какой-то году такой, знаешь, хуёвый снился. Ладно, хоть завтра будет одна конфа, так что можно завтра, скажем, отдыхать. Фактически. Там уже потом опять. Если что, потом в записи посмотрю, там ничего страшного не случится.
В любом случае стрим идет, у меня хоть и не вырубился, а то не хочу как с повтор, знаешь, Мстителями смотреть потом в записи. Не для себя, а вообще для всех. Когда я не смог постримить Мстителей. Ну, я имею в виду Сколько. Не, реально, они так долго уже стримят, они уж почти 2 часа, видишь. Соня черча закончит, сам пока долгая конфа, вот, из чего мы видели. А я не считаю, потому что это даже не конфа, это просто, знаешь, разговор. Это самое скучное, что пока я вижу. Даже в Индиго, кто я смотрел, намного интереснее было. Они в душу вложили, чем этот джейм ебаный. Слушай, я там вот не увидел насчет мафии, а дата выхода они не поменяли? То есть 28 августа так и осталось?
Не было даты выхода.
Не было. Просто я...
было типа скоро, ожидайте, что такое. Интересно, сколько она будет весить?
Да, не могу сказать.
From XC Games, this is Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town.
Офигеть, какой-то фермер.
Угу. Симулятор фермы. Собирать надо яблоки. Я такой не люблю. Мне такое не нравится. Засыпаю на таких я моментах. Я там вроде посчитал, так предположительно, на следующей неделе конференции будет немножко поменьше. То есть на этой неделе я посчитал 10 конференций было. На следующей неделе, по-моему, их 6, что ли, или 7 будут. То есть меньше. 14 июля выходит. Но онлайн у них так не было, все, 75 тысяч смотрит, приблизительно так и смотрит.
А почему только вышло без 4 на ПК?
Не знаю почему. Не могу сказать. Я так был рад. Ебать, у меня, короче, зуб болел. Как она появилась, у меня сразу все прошло. Вот все сразу прошло. Я и мать ей сообщила, она сказала, блин, круто. Но она не может поиграть на этом. Работать сегодня ночью.
На английском.
Да срать они, и мы 5-й походили на английском. Классификатор они хотели сделать, но там команда сообщила, что чтобы классификатор сделать, это нужно такую сумму задонатить, так столько нервов потратить, потому что долгая игра просто. Очень. Я думаю, такие части тоже выйдут, если что-то станет успешно пока. Вот. Вот эксклюзив какой-то у них теперь. А, ну вот, но это я знаю. Это нихуя не эксклюзив. Это пост новый трейлер. Но здесь просто пиздеж реальный. Не, реально как-то долговатенько как пойдет. Уже 2 часа практически. Вот еще прям пару минут, 2 часа ровно вот. С другой стороны, 50 игр это много. Поэтому и конфа так долго идет. — 25 августа.
PC Gaming Show, we're big fans of Life is Strange, the award-winning adventure series from developer Don't Not. Having undergone some big changes since its first reveal in 2018, Twin Mirror, the studio's next game, is a psychological thriller that follows investigative journalist Sam, who returns to his hometown in West Virginia. Available to wishlist now on the Epic Game Store. Let's watch.
О, игрушка от создателя Life is Strange. Наконец-то. Я ее ждал. Не знаю, что она будет эксклюзивом Epic Store.
Peaceful tops that list. Until that day.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Coming back to Basswood was your idea. Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid.
I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. You might be right. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
Неизвестно, когда выходит. До сих пор.
You may have seen Metal Hellsinger announced earlier this week, and today we get the opportunity to take a closer look at this unique game that the studio bills as a rhythm FPS. Published by Funcom, you have to battle through 8 hells, blasting demons to a heavy metal soundtrack. And to talk about one of the most epic encounters in the game is the creative director at The Outsiders, David Goldfarb. Take it away, David.
Thanks. And let me say it's a pleasure to be here.
Слышь, это ты там не смотрел, там Supplement Boy показали. Я вот тут это ни в коем не смотрел в этот момент. Нет. Нет? Нет или что ты полагал? Я не понял. Не видел, бля, хуево. Тут здесь показали, а то Epic Store же. Ну опять это шутер, который это с ритм шутер. Здесь босс теперь. Классно, ты мне очень нравится вот ритм шутер вот. При альфа. Понятно. Что альфа? Блин, классная реальная игра. В 21 году только выходит. Жалко. На PlayStation 4, Windows и Xbox One.
The magician in the Dungeons of Nahelbeck, The Amulet of Chaos. The Amulet of Chaos is a fun and silly tactical RPG that's coming to PC later this summer. It features a group of adventurers searching a dungeon for treasure. Each one of the characters has their own skill sets, or lack thereof, fighting styles, and inventory. Each one is kind of a failure, but together, they're too dumb to fail. The game doesn't take itself too seriously. It has lots of in-jokes for tabletop games, and for some reason, it features a lot of chickens. Anyway, here is an exclusive preview of The Amulet of Chaos.
Хуй, значит, игра такая.
You again? I'd expected your asses to be turned into lampshades by now.
You roach! I'm pissed.
Ha! Pleased to meet you, pissed. I'm Revax.
What a burn! We'll smash your rotten brains out of your skull.
How about we try diplomacy, maybe?
No. Attack!
Guards, guards!
Я не знаю, где
These smelly bushwhackers! Zibat relic, hazebat!
по телефону пользуюсь. Ой, у меня время кровать. Какое время там ровно 0. Вообще. Вы в стиме, да.
Who says you need water to go sailing? Our next game, Red Sails, puts you on a boat in the middle of a sea
Хэштаг
of
PC
bottles.
Gaming Show.
In this
Круто.
intriguing narrative adventure, you rescue stranded people while looking for the rest of your clan. Let's take a look at Red Sails.
Блин, Киноман, он стримит на OBG PlayStation, Loft. Ну, я, наверное, попущу этот выпуск, потому что тут, блин, сейчас конференция, вот. Завтра посмотрю, если что, в записи. А завтра стрим будет только вечером, получится. Смотреть будем, так что время еще есть. PC Gaming Show досмотрят. Выходит в Steam игра.
So, DevBot, do you have any access to some medical programs in case I, bump my foot against some of these cold, unforgiving walls?
Query received, Sean. In order to familiarize you with basic life-saving procedures, I have established contact with game developer Bossa Studios, the creators of Surgeon Simulator 2.
Well, I wasn't really planning on doing any surgery. I feel like if I was injured, you'd be the one doing the surgery.
My analysis shows that Surgeon Simulator 2
Ой, что-то стримчик. Что-то стримчик подолгнул. Немножко.
Surgeon Simulator 2 is equivalent to 1 year of human medical school.
That's not true, but I appreciate your enthusiasm and thirst for knowledge, DevBot. And I'm certainly interested in this game. So let's take a look at Surgeon Simulator 2.
Симулятор Доктора 2. Круто. А ты, кстати, это спрашиваю, там кое заказал себе там, ну там зарядку что-то там хотел. Аля. В августе выйдет игра. Алло. Хорошо. ICT вообще ушел, я теперь один буду. Заебись.
What is Surgeon Simulator 2 all about?
We've kind of taken the tone and the heart of the original, which is that chaotic physics gameplay, and we've really kind of blown it out to brand new epic proportions. So in the original game, you're just one arm kind of moving around on one table. In the new game, you're actually a fully limbed surgeon moving around for the first time in the series on 2 feet. In the original game as well, yeah, right. What an innovative feature in 2020. In the original game as well, you were limited to just surgery, whereas in Surgeon Simulator 2, there's a whole plethora of brand new mechanics, challenges and gameplay elements to explore. You're not just looking over one patient's chest cavity anymore, but you're actually exploring a fully fledged medical facility.
Can you maybe tease a little bit of some of the other perhaps medical operations that I get to perform in Surgeon Simulator 2?
Yeah, so there is 12 operations in the game, and you will have seen a few of those in the trailer just now. Think of that facility as like a little bit like the original Surgeon Simulator, with a bit of kind of a mad scientist lab thrown in there through this kind of lens of like a Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory vibe. Like, you're never really sure what's going to be around the next corner and what new twist or what dark machinery are going to come across next. So players are going to come across everything from like surgical vending machines, over-engineered operating theatres, automatic patient dispensers. My personal favourite, which is actually an improvised cannon, where you can actually fire limbs or organs and things across to your fellow surgeons on the other side of the room to keep operating on Bob.
Now, Mark, I understand that there is a creation tool in Surgeon Simulator 2. What does that entail?
Yeah, that's right. So in keeping with the variety and the surprise that we talked about before, in Surgeon Simulator 2, we're proud to announce that we are bringing the Bossa Labs creation mode to the game. Now, in creation mode, you as a solo player or in a group of up to 4 players can get stuck into the very same tools that we as designers and developers use to build our very own story mode. It's an easy to use, intuitive,
Я,
friendly
кстати,
set of tools.
не помню, в первой части я играл или нет. Но в любом случае было неплохо. Такое ощущение, как будто они будут 2,5 часа, потом сразу же приступит. И мне сразу же просто запускать стрим. То есть можно было, как Антон говорил, стримить там несколько. То есть за один стрим все это делать. А я, сука, не хочу так делать, мне придется сейчас вот досмотрим и сразу начать новый. И это бесит, неудобно. Лучше будешь переснять завтра.
And then we've got my personal favourite, which is the kind of the take on the bottle flip challenge. So I don't know if you're familiar with that, but where you can kind of flip a bottle with the hands and kind of, it's not the easiest thing to do with the Surgeon Simulator hand. You just kind of step back and see the physics chaos play out, and it's a lot of fun. It's very satisfying to see play out.
Mark, I had a blast playing Surgeon Simulator 1. When can people play Surgeon Simulator 2, and how do they get access to this creation workshop you've mentioned?
Surgeon Simulator 2 is coming to the Epic Game Store in August 2020, and you can pre-order that right now. You can also go to surgeonsimulator.com for more information and follow us at SurgeonSim on Twitter to learn more.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
That's Mark Pick. I'm Sean Plott. Let's go to
Зато у него эти наушники, как их там, Bluetooth наушники у него, Apple.
In 2015. Hello Games are a small UK indie studio, perhaps better known for building the infinite, procedurally generated universe of No Man's Sky. But their next big release is an altogether more intimate, handcrafted affair. The Last Campfire is an adventure, a story of a lost ember trapped in a puzzling place, searching for meaning and a way home. Let's check it out.
Все, похож конец. Мышку убывать надо. Вот это разоржает 72 тысячи еще. Да, онлайн падает. Летом 2020-го Epic Store выйдет. Так, ну что там, никто мне не звонил? Ну да. Ну шо, другое видео, серию, блять, вы. Неправильные какие-то люди, вы. Неправильные. Еще один, однако, блядь, 3 раза 3 вам, если честно. Прям очень нравится. странная какая хрень. Типа, по идее, должен быть страшно, да? Ну, по идее, ну. Пока ничего страшного нет. Музыка такая идет прикольно. Честно, пока игра не совсем прям нравится мне. Ветрище начался, сука. Ветрище, бляха-муха. Ветрище, сука. Чуть-чуть так. Он заходит и... Что это за игра такая? А, я понял.
Here with me to talk about what's coming next is Nikita Buyanov from Battlestate Games.
Вот осталось буквально, ну, короче, 20 минут.
Just for anyone who hasn't played or seen Escape from Tarkov, how does a session of Escape from Tarkov work? What makes it different from, say, a class-based shooter or a battle royale?
It's more about like true survival. You need to actually escape from a location through extract points, and you need to actually save your life and save your gear and your loot. And if you die, you will lose everything.
So how does the new map compare to the existing map set in Tarkov?
It will be the biggest and the most detailed location ever. It will be a lot of explorable buildings, undergrounds. It's like an attempt to simulate the city, the realistic modern city.
So give me a breakdown of what's coming up in this upcoming patch 12.7.
12.7 is more like a technical patch. It will include the big addition called the expansion of Customs location. Customs is the pretty iconic location for the EFT. It will like enlarge the overall area by 30 or even 40%.
Не нравится мне такая, не нравится. Я такие игры не люблю. Я люблю шутеры, но это не то, что я люблю. Поэтому... Ничего не буду делать, все заебал.
Escape from Tarkov has been playable for a long time. For anyone who's listening who hasn't yet played it, where should they go?
They should go to our site, www.escapefromtarkov.com, and see for yourself. You could purchase it over there.
So once again, escapefromtarkov.com to check it out. And Nikita, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
For our next titled PC gaming show, it's time to head on over to the inimitable Frankie Ward.
Over the last decade, developer Red Barrels has given us some of the most messed up horror games ever created.
Немножко у них онлайн продолжается. Потому что люди заебали, они хотят другую конфу идти, а они не отпускают.
Outlast Trials is set during the Cold War, and in this happy period of distrust, fear, and violence, you and your friends are human guinea pigs, involuntarily recruited to test advanced methods of brainwashing and mind control. Good times. But work together, and maybe you'll survive the Outlast Trials.
Вот. Эксклюзив. На самом деле, просто честно, я реально хочу спать. Возможно, выспаться хочу, не знаю. Но, хрен знает. Сколько еще будет длиться это дело. Какого, мана? Outlast? Да ну нахуй. Это обалдеть. Когда? В 21 году. Outlast показали.
And with that, the 2020 PC Gaming Show is now complete. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you got the chance to see some games that excited and delighted you. Also, as you might imagine, it is really challenging to put on a show with no nearby gaming conventions. So enormous thanks to our sponsors for helping to make this show possible. This year the sponsors are
Вот и спонсоры наши. Intel. Все такое. Ну, короче, много чего было.
Intel, All In Games, Humble Games, Sega, Amazon Games, Merge Games, Tripwire Interactive, and the Epic Games Store. Without your support, we would not have had the opportunity to put on a show.
Все, они заканчивают и идем запускать новую трансляцию. Это вот пример было просто охуенный, ребят. Outlast новый. Новый Outlast, блять. И этих двоих нету. Вы где все люди? Тут только Outlast второй показали и всем похуй кого-то.
Big thanks to you guys at home for watching. I'm actually off with my little evil sidekick now to take over the world, and I really do look forward to being your evil emperor.
Охуенный анонс. Концовочка просто огонь. Просто огонь.
And goodbye.
All right, that's it. Coming up next is the Future Games Show over at twitch.tv/gamesradar, where you'll see more exclusive reveals, deep dives on the future of gaming, and developer interviews. With that, I'm Sean Day9 Plot, and this has been the PC Gaming Show. Stay healthy, stay safe, and take care.
Сука, новый Outlast. Ребят, концовка была просто обалденной. А, еще не все. Давайте досмотрим титры и сразу новую трансляцию запущу. Тут типа титры еще. Вот честно, это была концовка была просто огонь. Мне так понравилась концовка, ну, Outlast новый. В 21 году выход. Я 21 год явно буду охуенно. Новый Outlast. Ебать, у меня в голове просто не укладывается, потому что они анонсировали новый Outlast. До этого был просто и сейчас реально нахуй. Ебать. Было круто. Давай заканчивай все с новостями.
I am assuming direct control of these drones and announcing it out loud for some reason. Are you sure you want to quit watching? All unsafe progress will be lost. Editor, editor, editor. So many editors.
Вот. Autos, Epic Store, Epic Game Store, тут Intel, HUMANKIND, какой-то Malware, с ним вот. А что-то не по Sega, Persona 4. И забыл игрушка создатель King Fall тут.
This album is groovy. Error. Updating dictionary. This album slaps. The nature of God does not compute. However, he would definitely sound like Wayne. Speaking of tools, could someone adjust my Omniville server motor? Oh yeah, that's the spot. Take a picture, weirdo. It'll last longer. There will now be a short quiz, so I hope you memorized all those names. And don't forget to thank your computer for showing it to you.
Так, и все. Давай заканчивай. Я еще новую сейчас запущу.
Initiating self-destruct sequence. Just kidding. I would never.
Вот эксклюзив. Чего еще? Еще не конец. Да ну нахуй. Когда ж конец-то, ёпа, высота. Но мне понравилось вот это перед титрами. Это было реально огонь. New Bond present. Гром, вот, чего. Не знаю, что такое зага. Ребят, вот, сука, блядь, тут аутолост фансивали, это реально. Демо доступно. Все, конец. Вот сейчас уже как раз начинается. Ну что, пойду я тогда это быстро